After the completion of all the sub-assemblies, now let us move on to the final assemblies. Let us have a quick look on the components required for the final assembly. First one is the frame assembly. That is what we just completed. Then Y-axis assembly, YZ extension, extruder extension, heat bed extension, drive rod coupler, X-end motor sub-assembly, X-end idler sub-assembly, (10 mm smooth rod, 500 mm long, small zip ties, and to assemble all these things we will be requiring several fasteners like M3x6 set screws, 4 in numbers, M3x12 socket headed cap screws, M3 washers, M5x10 socket headed cap screws, M5x10 stainless socket headed cap screws, M5 washers, M5x14 thumb screws. These are 4 in numbers, and again M5x20 thumb screws. Then a print head assembly. We will require several toolings for assembling all these things like 1.5 mm, 2.5 mm, 4 mm, Allen driver, side cutters, zip tie gun. After having a quick look on these components, let us actually start with a final assembly. The first step in the final assembly is installing the X-end motor and a guide rod. Use 4 numbers of M3x12 socket headed cap screws with M3 washers to attach the X-end motor sub-assembly to the Z-head mount as shown in the video. First, slide the 10 x 500 mm smooth rod down through the Z top. Make sure that the smooth rod is flush with the Z top. Use M3x6 set screw to secure the smooth rod. Tighten the 4 bearing holder bolts. Similarly, repeat this process to install the X idler and guide rod. This is the right hand side of the frame. Notice that. Make sure the smooth rod is flush with the Z top. Once the rod has been smoothly inserted on the Z-prop drive and flush with the Z-prop drive, now the final step is that tighten with the 4 socket-headed cap screws as shown in the video. This is the right hand side of the frame, and fix the X idler with the 4 numbers of socket-headed cap screws as shown in the video. Now next step in the final assembly is installing the X carriage and guiding rods. First, slide a 10 mm rod through one of the two holes in the X pin idler. The way shown in the video. Slide 10 mm into 500 mm smooth rod into the X pin idler. Once it's through far enough, put the X carriage on the rod. Notice the orientation. Now finish sliding the 10 mm rod through until it's also inserted into the X end motor. Make sure the rod is flushed with the outside of the X end motor. Now, using 4 numbers of M3 into 6 set screws, lock the rods in place at X ends. Now tighten the bolts holding the bearing holders on the X carriage. Make sure that X carriage slides freely back and forth. Now next step in the final assembly is installing the pre-tread. First, take a M3 into 12 socket head cap screw and a M3 washer. and fix the top of the printhead assembly to the X carriage. Now install the X belt. Route one end through the X carriage as shown and clamp down it with an M3 into 12 socket-headed cap screw. Route this belt around the pulley as shown in the video and on the X end motor and on the bearing on the X end idler, and finish the belt back at the X carriage. Now we shall see how the electronic case is attached to the frame. First, install or attach the electronic case mount to the frame. Use two socketed cap screw and just insert them at the bottom holes. To have an electronic case mount on its place, just Use the socket headed cap screw and push them through the frame. Now take the electronic case and match it with the electronic case mount and tighten all the 4 socket headed cap screws, joining electronic case with the frame.
Now let us start with installing the y-axis assembly. First, in this y-axis assembly, loosen the Y table mounts to allow for the adjustment. Now first, you fix the right hand side Y table mounts at approximately 160 to 165 mm distance from the right hand corner, extreme corner. Tighten this Y mount chassis thoroughly. Do the same procedure with the back right hand side Y table mount chassis. Take the same distance as you have taken in the front side, that is 160 mm. Once you are done with this, take the Y axis assembly and just put it over Y table mount chassis. Note the Y table mounts. Y table mount should be on the Y table mount chassis. Y table mount and Y table mount chassis are interlocking over each other. See, as shown in the video. You can see the Y table mount chassis perfectly fits over the Y table mount. Now use 2 thumb screws and tighten them over the Y table mount. Right hand side Y table mount. Repeat the same procedure for the left hand side Y table mount and Y table mount chassis. Tighten the thumb screws. Thumb screws are M5 into 40 mm in size. Make sure that Y-axis is sitting flush on frame with no gaps in between extrusions. Now, approximately on 135 mm, take 145 mm distance from the frame along the Y-axis direction as shown in the video. This distance adjustment is only because to have a nozzle at the 0-0 position once the final assembly is complete. This can be done even in the later stages, but at the same time if we do it, the next assembly will be much easier, or the positioning of the nozzle at the 0-0 location will be easily obtained. Once all these distance have been set, tighten all the 4 socket-headed cap screws so that y-axis assembly is attached firmly on the frame extrusion. Now we are ready with the installation of y-axis assembly over the frame or the extrusion frame.
Now let us see how the wiring has to be done. First we shall look at installing the YZ extension. This is a YZ extension as shown in the video. First connect the YZ extension to the second connector down on the back of the control box.
Now take this YZ extension around the back of the frame and under the Y-axis assembly and connect the left Z motor as shown. Also connect the limit switch wire in the right hand side motor. That is a Z motor. Basically you have to connect the Z motor, Y motor and the limit switch with the help of YZ extension. Follow the procedure as shown in the video. Connect this ground lug to the bottom right electronic case mount using M5-12 stainless socket-headed cap screw. Use that there is no washer used. Find out the correct location of the stainless socket cap screw as shown in the video.
Now we shall start with installing the extruded harness, that is extruder extension. Connect the extruder extension connector to the extruder #1 connector on the control box. Do as directed in the video. Route this extension through the inside of the frame. That is what we connected that extension to the print head. Now route this extension through the inside of the frame. Through the inside. Cut. Now let us see how the extruder extension to be wired. First, take the extruder extension connector, connect it to the extruder #1 connector on the control box. Now route this harness through the inside of the frame as shown and connect this harness to the print head and extruder fan wires. Before that, you can zip tie that connector to the frame as shown in the video using zip tie. Now connect that harness to the print head and extruder fan wires as shown in the video. After completion of this, we shall see the XZ connection. How to install the XZ harness. Connect this XZ harness to the top of the connector on the back of the control box as shown in the video. We have already connected the XZ extension into the X motor and matching limit switch. If not, we can connect it later on. Here it has been already connected. Now we install the heat bed harness. That is a heat bed extension. Connect the heat bed extension to the third connector down on the back of the control box. This is a smaller one. Find the correct match and connect it to the control box. Now connect this heat bed harness extension around the back of the frame and zip tie other end to the Y-axis plate. This is how we are complete with all the wirings of the Task 3D printer.